Wow, this is so exciting.
Yeah, I just landed from Israel, and I get permission from my youngest brother to have in one screening in New York. He pushed me to Boston and LA, saying New York is mine. So it's my first and last screening here. I mean, I was here 2 weeks ago when I presented the movie at the Jewish Film Festival. But since the movie is out for theatrical release here, like what I call real people who need to decide to wake up in the morning, buy tickets, five for babysitter. So it's really special for me. I mean, that will be my memories from New York. So Toda Rabba, thank you for coming here today.
First of all, we wanted to say thank you for two dear people that are helping us so much. One of them is, where is Gloria Kaufman? She talked to you before the screening, right? You remember her? So she is unbelievable and we love her so much. And the second person who is here, and she's been working with us on this film ever since 2012. She was one of the first people to realize the potential of this film, and she is so great, and she is our executive producer and sales agent, and Diana Holzberg from East Village Entertainment. Thank you so much. And before we open it for questions of the audience, I wanted to ask a question to my brother. You've been working on it for 8 years, 2007 until 2015. And I remember that in the first, I don't know, few years maybe, few months, whatever, from my point of view, I didn't understand what you're doing, and I had the feeling that you also don't understand what you're doing. And at some point, there was something changed, and all of a sudden, things started to make more sense. Can you share with me also and with everybody, what was it when you started to be more happy making this film and understand yourself even better?
Usually you don't like that I have long answers, so I don't know what to do now. Usually complain about me because it was not one day that I woke up happy. But I think if you remember, because I blocked it for a while, was a time in this production that we have a very tough conversation. Maybe some of the element of it better to keep between us. Two brothers who work together and have little company called the Heymann Brothers Films, and you told me we're going to close a company if it's going to happen like this. You remember it? And you were very upset about me and about the process. And also the foundation and the Channel 8 with great people who help us, I think told you, half joke, we're going to take Tomer to court. What was the sentences, you remember? Yeah, because this guy don't know what he's doing. And will not give you any penny, any dollar, any shekel, whatever. And then there's someone here that put money through the Kickstarter campaign? No. Yeah, there's one. So I will be happy to tell you personal thank you later on because your people have a huge influence about this project. So Toda Rabba. So we went to ask money from the audience, from people, and we raised some money. And with this money, I took, not only me and the cameraman, we fly to New York with no idea what's going to happen here in New York. You help us to find some connection. And then I met the people who, for me, had huge influence about the project. And this, it's funny. It was sad also to meet them, but it was a happy moment for me as a creator. It was sad because it was connected to Mari, and to meet people that told me, hey, Mari was forgotten. Mari was here, very, very amazing woman in our cultural life in New York. And they explained me who was Mari for them, because I was too young. I had the privilege to meet Mari on one-on-one, and I dedicate the movie to Mari. But I didn't know too much about her. And Karel and Reggie and Annie, and you have Q&A with them. No, in one of the screenings you bring them to talk with. tomorrow you have a special Q&A with one of these dancers here. I really recommend you to come to hear her. And they told me, Tomer, Ohad is very strong artist, and it's very good that after so many years someone follow him and doing a portrait about Ohad Naharin. But we want to tell you another story. We want to tell you a story about a woman that Alvin Ailey have, I don't know if you say that, we were a black dancer or Afro-American dancer. You know, Alvin Ailey have only black dancer or Afro-American. And they told me, you know, he chose Mary to dance for him. Do you know what it means, 70, 80? And do you know that thousands of people were waiting for her to dance here in New York? And behind her was a very interesting guy, broken English. No one really understands him. His name is Ohad. But Mary, and make sure that Mary, she's still with us. And then they opened me the gate to the life of Mary. And that was a very, and then I felt the movie, and I think we talked about it, and if you can say something about it, that the movie start to switch from dance to be about love. You remember this conversation? Can you say something about it? That you say, let's not anymore say it's a movie about dance. Let's really, it's not believe, because I felt this is true. Let's make a movie about love.
Part of my unofficial job in the editing room was to give the voice of people, that I am one of them, obviously, that are not such a crazy dance lovers. And it was important for us to be able to create films that will be communicative, for sure for dance lovers and for dance experts, but also for regular people like me. And I hope we managed to do it and to touch their hearts as well. If anyone wants to ask a question, you can raise your hand. If you don't have, I can tell you that from my point of view, and maybe also related to the name of the film, when you had this very dramatic breakup with your boyfriend, and can you tell us this story, because I think it's also connected to very important element and layer of this film.
Yeah, you always complain that I have long answers and I'm too down. You are very happy, energetic, and I bring always sad story to audience. And today you push me to these places.
No, wait.
I don't know.
I tell you why.
New York influenced him. I don't know what happened.
No. I'm so happy to do so many Q&As without you. So there is only one with you. So I let you do whatever you want.
Do you know, in the Jewish culture, we were raised to respect either old people or old brothers. He's a Jewish guy and he forgot this value. To put it on the table. We are 5 brothers. He's the last one. I met amazing guy. One night stand in Berlin. I went out to one of the club. I was in love with Andreas. Gloria know him. Gloria met him and opened the door for him. And we have a beautiful love story. And it was a little bit complex, and I created a movie called I Shot My Love, about our relationship, because my family is with heavy background from Germany, grandparents who escaped from Germany through the war, lost everything, built a new family. So, and my grandfather never talked too much about it, maybe here and there, but of course he refused to go to Germany, only later, and nothing to buy from Germany. So bring home a German boyfriend to my family. Wow. It's not connect, but nice story. Before I went out from the closet, I told my mom, leave grandfather out of it. He's too old. He went through the Holocaust. It's enough. Come on. You don't need more, no, whatever. She said, no, Tomer, he's with us every lunch. And even he's going to die probably soon. It's a couple of years. I don't want to hide it from him, because it was a very big thing to our family. So I was very shaking. And she said, you're going to do it alone. You're going to sit with Saba. And I was close to him. And tell him whatever will come out. I was not sure even if he's hearing really well what I'm doing. Like I prefer to believe he's not listening anymore. So I gave my monologue about hey, na. Silence. And then I want to leave him. He was living near us. But then before he took my hand, he said, sit, Tomer. if Leonard Bernstein was gam homo, no, if Leonard Bernstein was gay, I'm okay with it, no problem. And he sent me home with the feeling that it's okay, you're fine. So it was a really strong moment. So later on, I brought Andreas to our family. I think all of you love him very much. And it's create also very interesting situation in my family, because when I don't know the German language, Andreas don't know the Hebrew language, my mother don't know the English one. So all our dinner Friday when we were alone, this is the best formula to successful life. Because when I talked with him, my mother didn't understand. When my mother talked with my boyfriend, I didn't understand. Always is one that didn't understand what's going on around the table. Very, very good. After 3 years, 4 years, and then I felt this is the love of my life, like Queens, wrote beautiful song, Love of My Life. One day I came with flowers, I don't remember, even it was cake. Home, because we moved to a new home, built a new home in Israel from me and from him. Very happy, came to our apartment. Then it was strange, he's not there, but finally can go somewhere, whatever. After a while, I don't know, I went to the table and I see a package of letters. Someone live with German know how to write poem. They know how to write. I got a letter, very long letter, that said, I love you, Tomer, but I don't want to live with you anymore, and I'm moving out from this country and from your life and from your family, and I'm going back to Europe. That was really, it broke me and it took me down, and I was really, really down and lost and depressed, really. For a couple of months, I stopped doing Mr. Gaga. I was not care about anyone. And stop eating, and after 3-4 months I got a phone call from Ohad Naharin, and he said, hey Tomer, I didn't see you for a couple of weeks, what's happened with you? I didn't even answer, I don't remember what I say. Hey Ohad, he says, Tomer, what happened to your voice? You sound like a dead person, are you going to die? He didn't know it's a joke. He said, well, you're going to die? Say, maybe, I don't care, I don't want even to live anymore. And I told him, what, I apologize, I didn't come to the shooting. He said, I don't care about Gaga, I don't care about Mr. Gaga, leave me alone from this movie, it's not the point. Tomer, you sound from a very, very dead place in your life. I ask you, even at the beginning you say you don't want to come to Gaga class. When I start doing the movie, I told him, Ohad, I'm shy and I don't like, I will compare myself, I will be jealousy, I will see this person. He said, Tomer, I put your name on the list. You don't need to pay. It's not about paying. Please, in this very sadness, loneliness, tragic situation in your life, try to do Gaga for a couple of days. Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, whatever. And I was so lost, so I say yes. And I found myself walking home, from my home to Suzanne Dalal in Tel Aviv. It's very close. I walk. I was first time entered to a Gaga class. First it surprised me, and it was strong that I saw that one of the teacher, because it's in a ballet studio for other company also, he covered immediately all the mirrors. I asked him, why do you cover the mirror? He said, no, here in Gaga we don't need mirror. We don't work outside, we work inside. You don't need to see yourself. It was impressive moment to realize something. And then after half minute, I was surrounded with Christian, was one from Japan, was Buddhist, was some Muslim, was woman, male, gender, trans, gay, lesbian, Jewish, fat, skinny, black, white. Really, in Israel, which is a very tough country, and it's a lot about who you are, and it's a lot judgmental, Arab, Jewish, gay, it's a lot in this country. For 1 hour, I was surrounded with people that left their nationality, not left, but it was not the issue, not what is your gender, what is your nationality, how you look like, how you move. And for first time, I went through the Gaga class. I felt something strong. And then the day after, it was Tuesday, I went, and I remember after Wednesday, 3 times I did Gaga class. Wow, something changed in my life. I went outside. Wow, there's bird outside. There's bird in our life. Wow, there's beach in Tel Aviv. I forgot to go to see the beaches. And slowly, it gave me taste of going back to my life. And luckily, not a year later, Andreas came back to my life, and we have now our family with 2 children. So this is for me. Gaga is not coming from intellectual place for me. It's not a theory. It's something that I was there with myself, and I went through something very tough, and it's brought me back to life and to smell them and to be connected to them. So this is Gaga, what is for me.
Thank you. Unfortunately, we have to. This guy is doing those strange signs of cutting my throat, which is not so nice. But listen, we are going to be outside to keep on talking to you. If anyone wants to have a question, I want to ask you something from my heart. All of you that didn't like the film, don't tell anyone, keep it for yourself. But, if some people did like the film, we are going to be very, very happy and very pleased if you will tell your friends about it, if you post something in Facebook, if you share it, just spread the word, we will appreciate so much. Tomer made 10 years ago a very, very beautiful documentary about Ohad Naharin. It's called Out of Focus. It's 50 minutes film, was filmed here in New York with Cedar Lake Dance Company. Beautiful piece of art, this film. We would love to give it to you as a present. And we can
I told him today for this special, maybe to other screening, but today, if someone wants to see other creation about Batsheva and Ohad, just give your email and I want to share it 1 hour, and it's the other side of Mr. Gaga 10 years ago.
So in order to send this gift to you, and in order to stay in touch with you and to help you to spread the word and to share the trailer of Mr. Gaga and all of this, we would love you to give us your email address. There are people outside with these clipboards. You can just, and of course Gloria Kaufman, so you can just stop for 1 second to write your email address. Don't forget, we are coming all the way from Israel. We don't speak good English. You have to write it very nicely, not to put all the letters together. And then we will be happy to send you already tomorrow the first film about Ohad Naharin. Thank you.
And I know you go home, but something you connect to what you asked me and to Mari. When Ohad Naharin came to the editing room, I know we need to leave, but we are here in New York. No, and he saw the movie. And I told him, Ohad, what do you think about the movie? He said, Tomer, we won't talk about it today. I just want to tell you one thing that I think even was not on your mind. Since Mari died 2001, very fast from a cancer, it was so fast. I never saw her. I never have the ability to listen to her voice and to see Mari in our bed crying and later on talking and dancing so beautiful. And he stood up and he hugged me and he said, Tomer, this is the biggest gift you can give me by bringing Mari back. So maybe Mari with us today in New York. Toda rabba. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Thank you.